So we've got the result of Ofwat's annual 5-yearly price review for all the water companies in Britain. The water companies say we want to spend this much money. Ofwat told them how much they can increase bills. It's a whopping 36% on average across the 11 water and wastewater providing companies. So that's an average figure of what bills are going to be going up. Remember, the trend over the last decade has been bills have been held low. The water companies have said, and the regulator has said, they want to spend more money. Ofwat's going to let them spend £104 billion over the next 5 years. That's double what was spent in the previous 5 years. Much of that, the water companies say they will spend on meeting public concerns about sewage outflows, improving leakage. We've got a growing population, climate change and the rest of it. As a consequence, they need to increase the amount they charge. 36% is the average. Put that in context. In the summer, the first stage of this process, Ofwat said they could raise bills by 22%. The companies came back and said, we want to raise them by 40%. They've got almost everything they asked for here, the water companies, 36%, but I think that will...
You said different ones are getting different amounts.
There are different amounts, and I'm just getting this right now, so let's have a little look and see the percentage increase. Let's have a look. Thames Water, the biggest water company in Britain and the most troubled, was in court this week, trying to get a bailout loan to survive. I can see 35% Thames Water customers will go up. Southern Water, which also has major financial troubles, I'm going to talk about some very specific troubles for them this morning. They asked for an 83% increase in bills. They've got 53%, so you're going to be paying... your bill is going to be going up. Let's have a look. The average bill for Southern here is going to go up from £420 to £768.
What about those people who haven't got any water this morning?
Well, there are 60,000 people around Southampton served by Southern Water who don't have any problem. There's a problem in a pumping station. It has knocked out those homes. There's schools closed. The hospital, one of the hospitals down there, it's around Southampton, that area, one of the hospitals doesn't have water. It's said that it is, quotes, business as usual. They've set up stations, as I understand it, to distribute bottled water to people, but the company is saying water might not be back on till the weekend. So given the backdrop here, we're talking about a company that has got huge financial troubles of its own, perhaps doesn't get as much attention because Thames Water is such a basket case. It performs poorly on most of its consumer targets. It now can't even keep the taps running on the day it wants to put up bills by more than 50%. So this is a really big moment for... It's a tough day for Southern, but it's a really big moment for the water industry because clearly for consumers, water bills actually, you think the last 3 years we've talked about the cost of living so many times. We didn't really mention water because it wasn't going up. Now water is going to be a bill that people are going to have to, many more people are going to have to worry about.
Do they say they have to invest in infrastructure, or is a lot of it going to go to the shareholders?
Well, there will still be a return to shareholders. The premise for this is that companies want to say they will double the amount they spend, and a lot of that, they say, will be spent on investment and improvement, but we have heard that before. The number I haven't been able to get to yet is I'm expecting in here there's... Ofwat also set the amount that investors can expect as a return on equity, so money they put in, or debt, and that number I am expecting to go up. So not only will we all be paying more as bill payers, but investors will be getting more for putting money into the water industry, and I can imagine consumers and customers will have some lively views about that. Can we put it that way?
Yeah, Merry Christmas, everybody. Thanks very much.
Thanks, Kate.